Yes, sir. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. I know it's been a while, but we are back tonight for another special podcast special. We on Tuesday Night Live. Me,
Yes, sir.
host JB, my podcast partner, DJC Wade.
What's happening, bro?
What up with you, bro? Bro, I miss you, bro. No homo. I miss you, though.
I miss you too, but everything is everything, JB.
Yes, so you already know. Hey, Nick Beasley, what's up with you?
Nick?
Welcome back in, y'all. Welcome in. They go Tanya.
What I tell you?
Hey, all my regulars, y'all come on in. All y'all ain't even got to knock on the door. The door wide open for
It's
you.
already.
Y'all know what to do. Take your shoes off at the door. Don't come in here and you know how we do it. Ain't nothing changed. Yeah. We just back.
We back.
So see what how you been doing, bro? It's been a minute. How you been doing, bro?
Man, everything is everything. Church, work, school, and baby prime.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Everything, man.
All right, that's what's up, man. Hey, man, in case y'all forgot, man, we're gonna wait till some more people get up in here, man. So tonight we strictly talking NBA, So all my Bama fans, my football fans, y'all stay tuned because we got some news for y'all coming up. But this show is about the NBA Finals recap. In this off-season preview, we got trades going on. We got the NBA draft tomorrow night. A lot's been going on, and it's been hot and heavy on social media. So I reached out to my partner, Seaway, and we playing this show for y'all tonight. So y'all know what to do, man. I don't have to remind you, but I got to do it anyway.
Yes, sir.
So please hit the like button.
Yes, sir.
Hit the like button. Share it to your people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We trying to make some big moves. Football season coming right around the corner. We got big plans for the new season of Sport Talking with JB. Gonna add some shows and whatnot. New schedule coming soon. So y'all stay tuned with that. And we ain't gonna try to keep y'all too long tonight, but we got a lot to talk about. We're gonna try to fit it in within an hour. So if y'all got something to do, y'all make plans for that. All right, Seaway. You already know what we're going to talk about, so ain't none of this going to be no secret to you. Y'all sit back, get you a cold drink, and let's talk some NBA. First of all, man, did you watch the finals?
I did.
Okay.
And I would like to say congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
A good season. It was a compare. And shouts out to Indiana Pacers, man. That was the first game 7 since LeBron came back from 3 down, 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
And it was overall, I think it was a great playoff, man. And I thought that the championship series was pretty good as well.
You think so, Seaway?
I think so. It was a little pipes, but I liked the competitiveness. And it was just interesting seeing new blood,
That's true.
For the first time, trying to not be biased, but that was the first time we did not have LeBron. The first time we did not have like a Steph, KD, the tier 1 players that's playing now. Yes. And it was our first time witnessing 2 new teams that have not been in the championship, and probably since in ages. So it was an interesting series to watch to me.
Yeah. You're right about that, man. And I kind of checked out after my Lakers, I'm big Lakers fan, big LeBron. I kind of checked out after they got eliminated, but I still watched some of the games, and it got really interested in the finals, especially after game 1 when the Pacers won that game at the last second. Yes. And they kind of took control. And you actually thought the Pacers were going to win when they went up 2-1 in the series. But like you mentioned, Seaway, the first game 7 since 2016. And it lived up to the hype, man. The first half, we got to pray for Tyrese Halliburton, man. First of all, I saw Nick said prayers up for Tyrese.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Prayer for him and his family for a speedy recovery.
Yes. I mean, I hate to see it. You hate to see that, bro. You hate to see them players go down. He was already injured. He got injured, played with that calf strain.
Right.
Then he turned around, played game 7, start. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say that's why OKC won, but we never know what would have.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, and I think that him getting hurt, you could tell by the body language, the effect him getting hurt when he got hurt, how it affected the chemistry, how it affected the mood of the team. It's like after that injury, man, you seen Indiana turning the ball over. Turnovers killed Indiana.
It did. Oh, yes. Yes, bro.
Turnovers killed
23
them.
turnovers, I believe. 23 or 25 turnovers in that game.
Yep.
And I tweeted, I was like, man, you cannot win no game 7 with all these turnovers. It's hard to win any game with 20 plus turnovers, especially a tight game 7 when the score was tight. But see, wait, they lost that game midway through the third quarter when OKC went on like a 9-0 run. They hit 3 threes back to back to back. That's when they kind of lost that game because they had no more firepower left.
Right. And that destroyed them because then that's when they tried to start back answering with their threes. And they got out of their missing and got out of their game plan. And I got to shout out, man, to Shaq, man. That he had on it shouts out to him, man. An historical season. You have not seen anyone win the scoring title, the MVP, All-Star MVP, Western Conference MVP, and Finals MVP. That's on the level. It's too early to say that now, but that's on the level of Jordan. That's the type of performance he had this year. That's a Jordan performance. Back in when he did that. You have not seen anyone. It's been a while since we've seen someone have a historical season like he had.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm glad you mentioned that. And first of all, congratulations. We're gonna congratulate him. Like we said we was gonna do. MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Go ahead and congratulate him for hell of a season, like you just mentioned. So wait, while you mentioned that, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on there so we can discuss it right now. I'm gonna discuss it. So, all right, now not the GOAT player of all time, but the GOAT season of all time. When you just mentioned NBA MVP, Western Conference Final MVP, Finals MVP, scoring title, All-Star, NBA All First Team. You do all this in the same season, and your team was number 1 in the West. So to cap it off, to win the NBA title with all those accolades in the same season, DJ Seaway and people in the chat, is SGA, is this the greatest individual basketball season of all time?
I can't say yes, because Jordan also was off defensive team. First team off defensive team. Okay. But he's knocking on the door. It's up there. I gotta say it's up there. I say it's top 5. I can honestly say that's top 5.
Yeah.
Because like you said, he won all these accolades. I could say top 3 because, like you said, as far as a individual performance, the mighty points per game he had, the only thing that he's missing for me, actually saying one of the greatest season of all time, if he had that first team all defense, I can easily say he's top 2. Yeah, I can easily say that, man, we might can say that he's better than Jordan. I mean, had a better season than Jordan per se.
Let's see what Nick Beasley say. I can't say yes because Bron, Jordan, Kobe all had legendary individual seasons. You're right about that, Nick. But they never had what Jordan did. And LeBron almost did, because you remember he was supposed to win that all defense. He was supposed to be on the first team all defense, but he got snubbed that year in Miami. So if you want to compare this season to that 2012 LeBron Miami season where he just went crazy, and to one of Jordan's seasons, I don't know if Kobe had a season like this, Nick. I mean, Kobe had some great years. He had some years he could have won the MVP, but they gave it to Steve Nash or whatever. But
that's why I can easily say number 3 behind LeBron. That Miami.
Jordan, LeBron, and then SGA.
Yes.
Okay. We talking about just one season, individual. One season.
Individual. As long as I've been alive, like you said, LeBron did get, because I'm going honest, man, that 2012 LeBron was a monster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And everybody say that, and it's not just us as fans watching it. If you go watch these podcasts with these other former players that played between 2010, 2015, and they played either with LeBron on that Heat team or against him, that season after they lost to Dallas in the finals, the second season at Miami was probably the best LeBron season that he's had.
Right.
And we're just saying that, because the players have said that, like former players, they say that to this day. That right there, that 2012 season LeBron had, that 2018 season he had, and second time in Cleveland, and it was another season they was talking about. But Shai just had a great all-time performance of the year, like all-time performance right there, man.
And his game is so smooth, and I know everybody holler about the free throws. Yes, he did a little bit of flopping in the playoff, but that championship game, man, this man took the team on his back, and this is the first time in a while that we've seen a player outside of the 3 and the 4 dominate the league like he did. It's been a while since we've seen a 2 guard, dominate in the terms that he did.
A point. He runs point on that team. See what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Point. He, like you said, he's a point, but he's really a 2. But like you said, that's the first time you really seen, like, step is step.
Right.
Step is step.
We're not gonna compare him to Steph because it's 2 totally different games, right?
But I still think that he's actually a natural 2 guard that can just handle the ball good. But that's the first time we've seen like a 2 guard dominate from the beginning of the season all the way to the game, to the end of the season, like he did, man. Like you said, that's a long time, man. We've seen a 2 guard like that, man, play like this. So it was amazing to watch him play.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this too, because I know the stigma they put out there is that you can't win a championship with your best player being the point, because we're gonna know you say he's a 2, but he ran point for that team, and now they just cut out all that talk because he was the point guard of the team. He ran the show. Everything ran through Shai, and they got the job done. Now he did have a great supporting cast around him, so I don't want to leave those guys out. See where we didn't really talk about them. I don't want to leave those guys out because Jaylen Williams, the Robin to his Batman, he had a Scottie Pippen like performance in that fight.
He did, because he also stepped up and played defense. He was physical, like, really, like you said, that's the first time you've seen a duo, like you said, dominate like this. I haven't seen a duo dominate like the 1-2 punch like that since Wade and LeBron.
Really, since Bron and Kyrie did in 2016.
Bron and Kyrie, I can say them too. And what's interesting is, you remember me and you had this conversation off the air, right?
Yeah.
It is sad that when they got out, OKC done got over the hump. It's easy to say that OKC, it's too early to tell, but you can really see them right back in the championship next year. That's how good that team is.
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up too, because I mean, if you look at this team, the way it's built, man, Lou Dort is a defense first team. Lou Dort made first team all defense. He can shoot the 3. He's streaky, but he can make them, right? You got 2 bigs. Hartenstein was a big pickup in the offseason. He can protect the rim. You got a Chet, who can be an all-star. He's just coming into his own. This was his second year playing a full season. So Chet is coming into his own, and he got hurt, so he only played half the season.
Yes.
Then you got some guys off the bench, man, who come in and just do their job. They don't try to do too much. Caruso comes, plays defense, give you 10, 11 points. I
He's
mean,
a two-time championship, a veteran. And you may tell what's the most interesting thing that I see when I look at that starter lineup for OKC. That starter lineup, all of them are under 30.
yes.
That's
The youngest team. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think this is the youngest team to ever win an NBA championship. I believe.
Yes. And don't quote us on that. And I'm with you on this. To see these young guys, especially man, and Chet, man, he had a bad game, game 5, game 6. He kept his composure and came out there and put up 18 like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And they hustle, they physical, they strong, they fast and quick. Man, it was just OKC really put it in their face.
Yeah, they sure did. Nick B say second youngest. Nick, who was the youngest? Who was the youngest? Look that up for us, my boy. So yeah, man. This team and OKC, shout out to Sam Preston, man, the GM. He built this team from the ground up. When they got Shai, and shout out to Paul George, because Paul George made this happen. When they traded Paul George to the Clippers, they got Shai in return. They got all the draft picks. Was able to draft guys like Jalen Williams, Chet. Then you had money, so you was able to sign a Hartenstein and a Lou Dort and a Caruso. So you built this team by trading Paul George to the Clippers. So you can also thank the Clippers for this championship as well, and the patience, because this team 3 years ago was in the bottom of the West. They came up.
And really, man, it's also amazing to see this too, bro. That this is a two-city franchise team, Seattle, and it's amazing to see Seattle. They was the Seattle Supersonics, and they got KD. They went through KD. They couldn't do it with KD, Westbrook, and Harden. They couldn't do it with Westbrook, Melo, and George. But they did it with these young guys, man. It is, to me, I would have been happy with either way the championship go. I just enjoy watching the basketball games. I knew it was strange not seeing LeBron in there, not seeing Golden State, not seeing Young. It was kind of interesting not seeing a big name. But to me, not being biased, it was pipes. But these young men lived up to the hype. They played hard, they hustled, and you did not see. And for the first time, you saw a little flopping, but you didn't see all that crying that some of these veterans been doing.
That's true. But you know why? Because them vets didn't play so long. These referees have agendas. Like you see with Scott Foster and CP3. They got agendas. The referees don't like the players, and the players don't like the refs. That's why you get all that. So Nick got 76, 77 Trailblazer, average 25, age of 25, Thunder. Yeah, well, there you go, man. There you go.
Appreciate that, Nick. Appreciate that.
Nick Beasley looked it up for. So, you mentioned being a young team, being a great team, and all that. So I'm gonna ask you this. First of all, let me put this on the screen for everybody to see it. So you got 7 different champions in 7 years. First time this has ever happened. 7 years, 7 different championships. I mean, different teams to win a championship.
Right.
So I'm gonna start with that, and I'm gonna pose this question, and I'm just gonna go with the teams that just won last year and this year. What's the better team? Was it this Thunder team from this that just won a championship, or last year's Celtics? What's the better team, C-Way?
Me personally, I think that this OKC team is the better team. Because the way that they won, they was the best record in the NBA. They played everybody healthy except for this game 7. And then, like you said, in Boston team, really that was a long overdue, because that Boston team should have won back when they lost to Golden State. That was their get back championship. But when I look at a true player that knows how to just dominate and take over the game, I give Alexander an edge over Tatum, because
I'm with you.
That he had that dog. He had that killer instinct. he put this team on his back and everybody followed him. Tatum don't do that to me like he should. Brown doesn't do that like they should. Them two players, like they too inconsistent on who's the man of that team. So when you look at what this team did, they're younger.
Mm-hmm.
They're stronger. How Halford was, he's older. They had an older seasoned team. Yeah, they had better veterans. But this OKC team is, to me, is better than that Boston championship team of last year.
I would have loved to see them match up this year. I would have loved to see them healthy. Boston lost. I mean, they were already losing the series, but Tatum goes down and they lose. So we know what happened. But I would have loved to see them play that Boston team. So let's just look at it like this. Look at this team that just won. Go back and look. Let's go back and look at Boston. Brown, Horford, Holiday, White, Porzingis. I mean, I'm gonna roll with Boston because everybody was picking Boston to repeat this year, but you had injuries happen. Porzingis got hurt. Then you had Tatum, the Achilles. Brown missed some time, so injuries kind of derailed the Celtics, and they got a lot going on too. Because Holiday is gone, he got traded. Porzingis just got. So we'll talk about that later in the show. But that team is derailed. This team is young, so I'm with you on the young team, the young hungry team, and then Boston felt like it was their destiny because you had those vets, and then Brown and Tatum went to the conference finals as babies against LeBron. They couldn't beat LeBron. Then they finally got over that hump, beat Miami, lost to Steph and them. Then they finally got back and achieved, greatness last season.
Right.
But and then I'm gonna say this too, C-Way. We didn't even talk about this. OKC went 7 games against the Nuggets in the second round. That could have easily went either way. Could have easily went either way. Just like we say, if Halliburton not go down, that could have easily went either way.
Yeah.
The Celtics kind of just dominated that season. But I would have loved to see it. I'm gonna lean toward the Celtics, C-Way, but I see where you coming from with OKC.
And I see, since you gave your point of view, I definitely see where you coming from, and we can both agree. I would have loved to see this team, this OKC team versus that Boston championship. I think it still would have won 7 games.
Well, guess what, C-Way?
What's that?
We will never know.
Never know.
Because Boston done broke the team up.
Yep.
Boston done broke it up. They done broke that thing down like a Swisher, C-Way.
Yes, they did. And I saw that, man. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, they still doing it. So that's why I mentioned, if y'all on social media, we might have some breaking news. I got my notification on because word on the streets is that a Jaylen Brown trade is getting cooked up. And if it happens, we will give you the details.
Hey,
all right, so
then me and you 2 years ago had that conversation that eventually I think that them two gonna break that team. They're gonna break that team up between Jaylen and Tatum.
Yes. And I hate for them to do it like this because Tatum's gonna miss the whole season. I would like for them to let Brown cook as the number 1 option. You get some pieces. They can maybe make the playoff. You can see what you got out of Brown. You can see if Brown could be a SGA type player. Yep. But you can't see that with him and Tatum because even though Brown may be better at Tatum at certain things, Tatum is still the lead dog.
Yes.
No matter how people want to put it, Tatum, Brown did win the Finals MVP, but that team revolves around Jason Tatum.
Yes, and I know if they do make that trade, me and you, we'll dissect it even more and say my opinion. But that's like one of the few 1-2 punches that I've seen is like no type of real coordination. You don't really see them high-fiving each other, dapping each other up. They ain't faking it till they make it. It's like they just play basketball together. It's almost like their relationship is like it's more of a business decision
than a personal relationship. Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm with you. So y'all please hit the like button, man. Share to somebody, subscribe. We cooking straight NBA stuff tonight. I got my Lakers stuff on, but the Lakers ain't cooking. I don't know what Rob them doing. They done sold the team. Jenny Bus. I told them to go and get Giannis. I don't know. They may be cooking some up in silence, but we'll see. Now let's get back to it, C-Way, because this is gonna be an interesting discussion right here. I got. So let me put this on the screen for y'all to see as well. So I found this very interesting. The last 6 NBA Finals MVPs, you got them right there. You got Shai Gilgeous, Jaylen Brown, Jokic, Steph Curry, Giannis, and LeBron James. Now, what I want to do, and let's rank these. Let's rank these last 6 Finals MVPs. You wanna give me yours first, C-Way? We may agree, we may disagree, but out of these, who's gonna be number 6 out of these right here? Who's gonna be 6 for you?
Number 6 is gonna be Jaylen Brown.
Okay. I'm with you on that. And if you're looking at the numbers, you can see how the hell did he win Finals MVP, averaging 21, 5, and 5, right?
Right.
You know what? And just trying to go off of memory. Go ahead. Hey,
take that rank to these last 5 so I can see the stats.
Oh, so you can see the stats? Okay, let me take that off for you. So what I was saying, if I'm going off of memory from last year's finals because it's a blur, right?
Yeah.
But he did play both ends of the floor. Like he was crucial on defense. He made some timely stops. He was clutch too. And Tatum had some off games. So he kind of carried them when Tatum was struggling, even though he did not play, he didn't have one of them Shai Gilgeous type series, but he still stepped up, in crucial moments. I think that's why he won the Finals MVP over Jason Tatum.
And Jason Tatum had an off series,
Yeah, he was hit and miss. I mean,
he was hit and miss.
Yeah, he had a couple good 30-point, but for the most part, Jaylen Brown played better on both sides of the ball than Tatum. So I think that's why they gave him Finals MVP. But we both agree that out of this list, he's number 6, right?
Right.
Okay. Who is 5?
I'm gonna go with Alexander.
Okay. I'm with you. Yes, I'm with you. I mean, he carried the team though, C-Way.
He did carry the team.
He did. But you looking at these other guys that's first ballot Hall of Famous.
in that top 4, man.
It's hard. Oh, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
But number 4, I gotta go. I hate to do it to him, but I gotta go with Steph, man. But it was also amazing. That to me, that's my favorite one, Finals MVP in the last the last 6 years.
Yeah.
That's because he finally got his moment to be a Finals MVP.
That's true.
That's why I said that's my favorite. Yes, and that was my favorite moment to see him in tears and to finally get his moment, not being because like you said, Iguodala got the first one. Mm-hmm. KD got got the 2. So he was able to show that, hey, I can carry my team to a championship, and that was a sight to see. That's what
now, Nick B. Let me get Nick what Nick got to say. Completely unbiased, has nothing to do with my family. We know you're a Golden State fan, but we didn't have to put that. But he said Curry number 1. He carried that Warriors to the championship on his own. Clay didn't show up. Poole and Draymond couldn't get along. I ain't gonna say on his own, Nick, because he did. This is one thing about it. The foundation was still there.
Yeah.
The Draymond Clay was still there. And Jordan Poole did ball out a little bit. He did ball out. And they had they didn't have Wiggins, did they? I can't remember.
Yeah, they had Wiggins.
They had Wiggins too. Yes. See, so I'm gonna disagree, Nick. And I know we know you're a Warriors fan. Don't try to put it in the closet. We know you're a Warriors fan. But don't come on here talking about Steph number 1. He is not, because he did not have a better performance than these next 3 guys we about to talk about.
And still, the foundation to that championship, though, I still would say this: when Draymond stopped being stupid, that's when they really stepped it up, and that's when Steph was really able to play like he wanted to play. But
Clay wasn't the same Clay.
It definitely wasn't the same Clay.
But Jordan Poole stepped up.
Jordan Poole stepped up.
Yeah. But it's a good argument, though. See, it's hard to do, right?
It is.
This is a challenge. So who we got 3? Who we going with 3?
I'm gonna go with Jokic at 3.
You gonna go Jokic? Okay. 30 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. We all know that
Miami team overachieved that year.
Yes. Now, I'm glad you said that. So taking into consideration the team they played. Now, Miami played, of course, they played the Lakers too, but that Miami team that played them Nuggets, man, Tatum didn't Tatum get hurt that series too?
I think
Game 7 was
that game 7. I think he did get hurt.
He messed his ankle up that game. We watched that game. We
watched it. Yeah, we watched it at the house.
Cause they was 3-1. They was trying to come back from. I think Boston was trying to come back from 3-1, if I'm not mistaken. And then there was game 7, and they lost that game because Tatum got hurt like first quarter.
Yep, and Miami still almost lost that game.
Yeah, and then they had a lot of guys, like Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, Max Strus, a lot of guys helping Jimmy Butler and Bam, because it was some game Bam did not show up.
Yeah, Bam didn't show up. That man, Jokic gave him the business.
Yeah, and that's why you see that 30 point, 14 rebounds.
Yep,
that's like Shaq numbers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Them Shaq like numbers right there. So it's hard. I mean, man, who you got 2, bro? Let's see. Let's see.
I'm about to have a King at number 2.
You got Bron at 2.
I'm gonna make you laugh. Only reason that was the bubble championship.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
I had to mess with you. I had to mess with you though.
Okay.
I had to mess with you because at the end of the day, you play who you play. But I say that's number 2. Because I just say that it's hard for me to put him number 2. But when I look at that Miami team, stroke him down, Jimmy. Man, LeBron gassed them out. And the only reason why I got him at number 2, it's hard for me to do that. I just thought Giannis had a better. It's hard. It's a toss up. But when Giannis that block, to me, what got Giannis number 1, honestly, when that hustle play when he blocked that shot.
I remember that
on Aiden.
I remember that.
Yes. And, when you see the type of hustle that he did playing on both sides of the ball, I have to give him a slight edge.
I'm not gonna disagree, C-Wade. Matter of fact, I'm riding with that because we're gonna say that I'm gonna be straight up. LeBron, that the Lakers was supposed to beat Miami in that series. It went 6 games. It was supposed to be over in 5. If you remember, Danny Green missed them wide on damn 3-pointer. It could have beat them in 5. We could have closed them out, and we had to go 6. But LeBron was the constant. Like, if we talk about that bubble, and you could say it's a Mickey Mouse, whatever you want to say. The players say it was the hardest championship. They talk about it to this day. It was never straight basketball, straight ball. Now, LeBron carried them boys, but AD was also great in the bubble. AD was great. Rondo was great. Dwight Howard. So you had other guys. That team, actually, I wish that 2020 team would have stayed together 1 or 2 more years. Maybe they would have got another finals, maybe a championship, maybe another appearance, but we'll never know.
I wish they would have been able. I wish that same LA team would have been able to defend that championship. But they made some trades, some stupid trades. I'm gonna call it, be honest, because they should have never asked for some of the players that they got. They should have never went for those players.
They should have just kept those guys, man. You gotta keep Caruso. You gotta keep the White. I mean, man. I mean, it is what it is. And then they tried to get Russ. So we know what happened. We know the story of the downfall of the 2020 Lakers. We know that. But I'm with you on Giannis being 1, bro. I mean, we're looking at the 35 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. I mean, he was great, man. And that 50 point, did he score 50 points in the closeout?
Yep.
Made like 18 free throws.
Yes, and
19 from the free throw line.
and he beat them. Not even he barely even shot, and they didn't even really shoot no threes. They
Man,
gave it to that. They gave it to Phoenix. They
yes.
straight dominated Phoenix.
Yes, and I mean he had Holiday played great, Middleton. He had, but looking at Giannis was without a doubt the best player on the floor each and every game. Each and every game. Because Jimmy Butler outplayed Bron in one game. You remember that game when he was bent over, he scored them 4 at some point? He outplayed Bron them.
Yep, he did.
About 2 games he did. So yeah, I'm with you. We agreed. I thought we was gonna be, but we agreed. There we go.
Oh yeah.
So Giannis 1, Bron 2, Jokic 3, Steph 4, SGA 5, and Jaylen Brown 6. There we go. We got through it. We got breaking news. Nick Beasley. I seen it on my phone, Nick Beasley. Kyrie Irving has declined his player option. I'm just gonna read it off my phone. Kyrie Irving has declined his $43 million player option and intends to sign a 3-year, $119 million contract with Dallas. So he's staying with Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah, he locking in a 3-year, $119 million deal with Dallas. So let me do some math. Hold on. 3 carry to 1. Let's see. That about $40 million. He took a pay cut.
Yeah.
He took a pay cut. Hold on. Let me go back to the other screen. Wait a minute. Hold on. Y'all can see that. He took a pay cut. Kyrie Irving did.
Hey, Dallas is cooking up something. We just don't know what it is.
So Daniel Gafford signed an extension. So they got their center. He got a $20 million deal, Daniel Gafford. So they locked him in. AD is still there under contract. Kyrie just locked in for a 3-year. He got an extension. You about to get Cooper Flag in the draft tomorrow. So they cooking up something. And
word on the street that they also trying to get CP3.
Yes, to bag up because the ACL. Yes, Nick. The ACL. He's gonna be down to about January.
Yeah.
So you need somebody to keep it afloat because the West is brutal. So you need to be in the top 6.
The West is where it is.
You need to be in the top 6, man. And we could say the East is wide open because all the injuries over in the East.
Yep.
You're looking at Tatum. You're looking at who else got hurt? Dame Lillard. Then you're looking at
Tyrese.
You got a lot of injuries in the East.
And
Achilles.
And right now the East is up for grabs because it really still you don't have
to broke it down. So there you go.
You don't have no team in the East right now. It's up for anybody to dominate right now. You don't know who's going to be the number 1 team coming out the East next year. It's hard to say right now because you don't know if Giannis is going to get traded. You don't know what's going to go on with Boston. We don't really know who's going to get traded. And Miami, just Miami.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Speaking of trades, Seaway. Speaking of trades, we're gonna keep cooking right now. Biggest trade went down so far. You like it?
I like it.
You like it, Seaway? All right, so there we go. Kevin Durant traded to the Houston Rockets on Sunday, right before Game 7. He got to soaking in a little bit. We heard the news. I made a little video for the channel, but I broke it down. I broke it down real good. I ain't gonna go back into it, but let's break it down real quick for the people, Seaway. So this is the trade. Let me move this off the screen so everybody can see it. So the Phoenix Suns got fleeced. They gave Kevin Durant up. They got Jalen Green back, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 pick in this year's draft, and 5 second-round picks, which you really toss second-round picks around like they gummy bears, to be honest with you.
True.
But Jalen Green, I heard they were going to trade him. Now I'm hearing they're going to keep him in the backcourt with a Devin Booker. But you got one slight problem. You still got Bradley Beal.
I think they're going to trade Bradley Beal.
That's the thing, Seaway. He got a no-trade clause. So he being difficult. He being real difficult right now.
And if you trade him, you're going to have to go to the team that he really wants. He has to, and that team going to have to want him. So really, let's say, hey, he say, I want to go to the Lakers. And if the Lakers don't want him, they can't trade him.
We don't want no damn Bradley Beal. I'll tell you that right now. You ain't even
You
gotta
know-
ask. You ain't gotta call Rob.
Yeah. And even tell you why Houston got the better end. I got two reasons why he get the better. How Houston got the better. Because they got rid of 2 distractions, 2 idiots for a Hall of Famer. For 2 pipe players, 2 idiots. They have, you got 1 idiot. That's the Cougar Slayer.
Hey man, shout out Jaylen Green, man.
Hey,
Man,
no,
you know, shouts out to him, but
yeah, but I'm happy for him. But he's the Cougar Slayer, hunting his best friends all on the internet. The Dillon Brooks, all he wants to do is get into it with LeBron, get into it with KD, get into it with guys on the court, but at the end of the day, there's no consistencies in no guys' number. Dillon Brooks is a great player as far as a contributor. He's a modern day type. To me, he's a modern day Ron Artest.
okay, I was with you. Yeah, I was trying to see where you was gonna go, but I'm with you on the Ron Artest. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
He's a modern day Ron Artest. He's gonna give you hard play. He's gonna give you hard play on defense, especially because that's especially. He's gonna get inside your head. He can score when he's hot.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's cold, he's not gonna really give you much on the offense.
Nothing.
And Jaylen Green to me, man, I hate to say this about Jaylen Green. He has all the tools.
Mm-hmm.
He has the talent. I don't think right now he's mature. Once he matures, he's gonna have to go through some maturity. Once he starts to mature, I think that he will be a great ball player. But
go ahead.
But I'm gonna say now you bring KD over with Jabari Smith, somebody that plays, got the same build that he can help mold him, and now you got a veteran coach who been to the championship. That's the piece that they've been missing.
Yes. I was gonna say about Jaylen Green, he reminds me of Jordan Poole a little bit. He needs some maturity. I mean, he can put the ball in the hoop. You know, it's been games I've seen him score 30, 40 points this past season, but he did not show up in the playoffs when they were the number 2 seed. You had Golden State on the ropes. You had them on the ropes, but you let them off. Jaylen Green going out there scoring 7 points, 9 points. Bro, you got to step up. You averaged 20 points in the regular season.
Yeah.
Why are you scoring 7 and 9 points in the playoffs? You supposed to be scoring 25, 30.
And it's a problem when your star player is getting outscored by Dillon Brooks.
That's what I'm saying. And then there's another thing. I knew and I told you, I said Dillon Brooks is not gonna be there next year. He blowing that game. You shooting all the shots, Dillon Brooks. Why is you shooting every time you touch the ball? Swing the motherfucking ball. You shooting every time you touch the ball, and you being a distraction. You're trying to fight Draymond. You know what I'm saying? You trying to rough up Steph. You're trying to do all this other stuff. And I already knew Udoka wasn't going. He was gonna get him up out of there. So they won this trade by getting rid of 2 problems. You had to give up that pick, but you don't really need that pick because look what you got, Seaway. And this is the big reason why they won a trade outside of getting a Kevin Durant. Look at this.
That's a starting lineup. That is I love it.
Look at this. You got to keep Fred VanVleet, right? You got to he making too much money, so you got to go and restructure his contract. But he can still give you 17 points, 7 assists a night. You know, he can average that, right? And he's a champion. He won with Toronto, and he's a vet. He done been in the league about 10 years. You got Amen Thompson, who is a great young player. And I mentioned
and he hustles.
Bro, they had him out of position. They had him playing the 3. They had Dillon Brooks playing the 2. Amen Thompson is a combo guard, bro. He's 6'7". He is a combo guard. He can bring the ball up. He'll dunk on you. He will put the ball in the hoop by any means, but he has to work on his 3-point shot. It's going to come. It's going to come.
And now he can go back to a more of a true position that fits his game,
Skill set.
his skill set. Like you said, he can go to the hole. He can post up the smaller guards. And now, like you said, you don't have to depend on him to shoot the three because that's what you got KD for. So
That's
I
what I'm
got
saying. And KD's gonna unlock Jabari Smith. And that's what he's still young. These guys are young as hell. Amen. Yeah. Jabari, Sengun, they all in their 20s.
And this is and this is a good situation too for KD. Now KD don't have to. He's older because, like you said, he's older now. He gonna get off. Can't nobody stop him one-on-one.
Right, one-on-one. Right.
But he don't have to do all the scoring. You don't have to depend on him. I like Booker, but Booker and Bill were too inconsistent. You don't know what type of game you're gonna get out of them. I think you talked about this on the show. We done talked about it on the phone. We knew that was not a good fit for those three in the first place.
Nope.
So I got a question for you. Where do you see Houston going next season? Just with this, just too early to tell.
Well, let me think about it because I didn't mention the bench. So they signed Steven Adams to an extension. That was big. They signed him about a week ago because he was going to be a hot commodity on the free agency market. So you got Sengun, who he will probably be a top 5 center. He's great. He's like a baby Jokic. He's a baby Jokic. He can give you a triple-double. I can see Sengun averaging probably 20, 10, and 6.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Easy
on a bad night.
Yes. So I mean, you got Sengun right there, but then you got two different lineups. You can play super big when you're playing like big teams. You could put Steven Adams in the starting lineup, move Sengun down to the 4. Then you got KD. You know what I'm saying? You can move some stuff around. They still got Cam Whitmore on the bench. You got Tari Eason on the bench. You got Reed Shepherd on the bench. So you still got a bench, and you got draft capital and free agency. I think they're probably a bag up point guard, like a little pest, like Dennis Schroeder away, and another shooter. They need another shooter because right now, looking at this team, if anything is going to hurt them, it's going to be shooting from the perimeter. Because if KD is the only one, Van Fleet can shoot as well, but he's streaky.
He got to get warmed up.
Yes, Jabari is streaky. You got a lot of streaky guys. KD is the one, the hot light. He like Krispy Kreme, hot light. KD can go off. You know what I'm saying? He can go off. You need another shooter on that side, like a JJ Redick, Kyle Korver type white boy that can come over there and get a hot, make you 3 threes in a row. If they get that and get a little pesky point guard, Schroeder, Pat Bev type player to come off the bench, oh my goodness,
they'll be deadly.
I think they can go to the finals. I think they can win the championship. It's gonna be hard. I mean, you put them OKC right there in the mix right now. And speaking of that, C-Way, we're gonna go to the next thing because we keeping it moving. These are the odds. I know this is real small for y'all to see, but these are the odds for the NBA Finals 2026 right here, man. The favorites. So you got OKC, then you got Houston. Houston is the second favorite. You got the Knicks up there. You got the Cavaliers. You got the Timberwolves, Lakers, Orlando, and then you got the Pacers. I don't know why the Pacers still up there. I guess they could possibly make some moves, because Halliburton gonna be out. So I mean, let's just look at the top 6: OKC, Houston, Minnesota, Knicks, Cleveland, Lakers. Any team, if you had to guess, give me 2 teams for the finals next season right now. Favorites.
I'm gonna still say OKC.
Oh, okay. In the West, you got OKC in the
West. And I'm gonna say Cleveland gonna be a favorite next year. Because here's why.
Talk to me.
Because Cleveland underachieved this year. Mm-hmm. If the truth be told, I think that they was not expecting that firepower from Indiana. I think they're gonna be motivated because you gotta be, to have a season that they have, you got to be feeling some type of way, knowing that you felt that you underachieved, that you was a favorite to win out of the East. So
Yes.
that law is gonna either do one or two things. It's gonna make you or break you.
Yep. Yep. And
So
I hope they keep it together, Seaway. Everybody talking about, man, they need to trade Garland, they need to trade Jerry Allen.
no,
Bro, keep it together, running back.
keep it together. You know, you lost to Indiana, but you lost to the team that it ain't like you lost to a team that didn't
That
go to
loss
the
was right after they beat you. Yeah.
play. Yes, you lost to a team that just went game 7 to a team that had the best record in the NBA. You got to
Yeah.
be okay with those odds. So really, if I'm Cleveland, that's just me. If I'm on that team, you got to be feeling some type of way. They got to be hitting that jam up. They got to be getting them team meetings together, be figuring out, hey, what did we do wrong, and
Yeah.
let's run it back.
Yeah. I like that, Seaway. I like it. And I'm with you on that too. Now, the East is kind of wide open if you're looking at it. Because, like we mentioned, all the injuries. Orlando made some things happen, made a couple, made a trade here. The Knicks, you don't know what the Knicks are going to do. It's talk about maybe they trying to do some upgrade. But if I had to guess, man, like as constructed, Cleveland and New York, man, on the collision course.
I think so too, because once again, even with New York, how they lost to Indiana, this is another team that's a make it or break it.
Yep.
You know, they have all the tools,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like I think with New York too, theirs is more mental than anything.
See, the thing with them, they fired the coach.
Coach,
So
yeah,
when you fire a coach, right, and a coach that puts you in a position to compete for a championship, you had one of your best seasons, you've been making the playoffs. Soon as you lose to a team that overachieved, like the Pacers, a
you
team that
you
really
wrong.
had your number,
You
you don't fire the coach like that. It's
you
guy, but that's the locker room coaches way. That's the difference. That's the difference between the NBA and the NFL. In the NFL, they will trade your ass. In the NBA, they gonna fire the coach. Because if
because
you
the
got a
player,
star player like Brunson and Cat, and they not getting along with the coach, guess what? The coach is gonna be gone. Because who making the $50 million?
the players.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You,
So, I mean,
I hate it for that coach, but man, this man just had a spectacular season. He done built this team, and New York is, and I can say that New York is that general manager is gonna be in the hot seat. Even Stephen A didn't like that decision.
yeah, he did. He did. Yep. Shout out to my boy Neil Nesbitt, man. Got a champion heart. Yeah, you do.
He does.
Yeah.
Shout out.
So we both are agreeing that the East, even though it may seem to be wide open, Seaway, but you looking at as constructed, a lot gonna happen in free agency and trades and all that. But we looking at Cleveland, New York right now. Looking at Philly on paper, they supposed to be better, but you can't trust Embiid. You can't
You can
trust Paul George.
you can't trust, and I don't know why you MB. If I'm MB, it's time to trade him.
I think so, bro. I think they need to be trying to bust that team down. You done ran it back too many times.
Yeah, MB by himself is not going to get you a championship.
And
I'm
Paul
just
George is on the downside, bro.
Bro.
Now Maxey is a good player. Maxey is, I believe he'll be an all-star from years to come. But
right.
when you got you got a bad mix. You got a nice young player in Maxey, but then you got Paul George, who in his mid-30s, he on the downside. You got an MB who is probably 30, but he is injury prone, and you can't trust him to play. He can't even play 70 damn games a year. So you got problems right there in Philly.
Yeah.
So I don't trust them until they make some moves.
I'm gonna cook up something. If I'm two teams, if I'm Memphis and Minnesota,
MB?
I'll be picking up the phone and trying to get MB. I would, if I'm right, if I'm Minnesota, especially Minnesota, if I'm
MB
Minnesota,
for Gobert,
Gobert and Julius Randle.
Julie Randle free agent too, though.
Yeah. Cause what Gobert gonna do? Gobert is not gonna get you no points.
He ain't gonna get you no point. No, he not.
He's not gonna get you no point. I would even. Oh yeah, I forgot. Randall's a free agent. If Randall was not a free agent, I'll be trying to get him over there to get Embiid. Now Embiid in a situation where he does not have to do all the scoring.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's his problem. Embiid needs to be on a team where a team does not have to depend on him to score. Right now, he's in the same boat as Anthony Davis.
But Anthony Davis is a step. They building around it now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. AD is a step above him right now because he is a champion. Now he's in a situation that he does not have to do all the scoring. That's when AD gets hurt the most, when he has to do all the scoring or have to be the number 2 option all the time.
Yeah. Man, you know what? I don't know what fit. They've been really quiet over this. Something might happen. Like it's the beginning. So to put y'all on what's going, to pick y'all up on what's going down. Tomorrow is the NBA draft, and let me go ahead and put that on the screen too. So it's gonna block us, but just so y'all can see it, the draft is tomorrow night, man. 8:00 p.m. Eastern time. Round 1. Watch it on ESPN. This is the whole these are the draft picks right here, the draft board. So matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do, right? But I put this on the screen I want to point one thing out, Seaway. The Brooklyn Nets got 5 damn first round picks. What are they cooking up, bro? Why do you need 5 first round picks? Are you gonna throw a whole first round star lineup out there and never? They won't have to trade. It's gonna be some trades to happen during the draft tomorrow, because there's no way you can pick 5 players in the first round.
If out Brooklyn, I would be trying to trade not the 8th pick, but I would be trying to trade them other ones.
All of them. Pack them up. Ship them. I heard they're trying to get Giannis, but I'll be damned if Giannis want to go to Brooklyn.
I don't see him want to go. I don't see
that.
Mm-hmm. And that's not for what Giannis is trying to do. That's not the answer for him.
No, sir. All right, so let me look at this real quick. I'm using, this is mock draft. This guy right here, Jonathan Govani, he's great. He does all the mock draft. He does this shit year round. So this is what he got. This is the latest mock draft. I seen this yesterday. Cooper Flag, everybody and their mama know he going to Dallas number 1. Okay.
Right.
So number 2, you're looking at Dylan Harper, Ron Harper's son. He's a dog. He's a beast. Going to the Spurs, I don't know, bro, because we don't know what the Spurs are going to do. It was talk that they were going to get KD. They may be trying to get Giannis because they trying to do something. They have picks. That you got Wemby. They trying to make a big splash. They got De'Aaron Fox already. So you got Fox. You got Stephon Castle, who won Rookie of the Year. Why would you need Dylan Harper?
I would, if I'm them, I'm with you. I would be trying my best to get that pick over there to Milwaukee.
I'm trying to get Giannis, bro.
I'm trying to get Giannis. Because here's why. Giannis with Wemby and De'Aaron Fox, I think you have a good, solid squad, and you can build around those guys.
Bro, I'm going to go a step further. You can compete for a championship with Giannis, Wemby, and Fox and put 2 shooters around them.
I agree.
Because you're going to have the best defense. You're going to have the best front court defense in the league with Wemby and Giannis playing the 5 and the 4. Ain't nobody going to be able to score.
Yes, and it's going to make – and then now Giannis is not going to be forced to play 5 some, so he can actually play his true position, which is the 4.
Oh, hold on, Nick Beasley. You right. What about Jaylen Brown to the Spurs? Now, they get Jaylen Brown over there.
That'd be solid.
That's another one. But I'm throwing everything in for Giannis. For Brown, we can talk. You know what I'm saying? We might get talk. You know, I might give you a pick. Probably. I ain't giving you stuff on Castle though. No, I'm not giving you Castle. I can probably give you. I can give you Harrison Barnes. I can probably give you a couple of them other players, and maybe give you one of them first round picks. But I'm not finna give you everything for Jaylen Brown like I would give you for Giannis. I'm not doing that. Jaylen Brown's a hell of a player, but he ain't no damn Giannis. I say that.
No.
But I think they gonna cook, and then the rest of these, you see that that VKS calm kid is good. I think he'll be a solid play for Philly, but like I say, Philly, you got guards.
They full of guards.
I don't know. I really don't know, man. And then let's say it's 6 through 10. This draft is gonna be crazy. I predict a lot of trades in this draft.
Yeah.
And let me talk about Ace Bailey real quick, man. He played at Rutgers. He been in the news for the wrong reasons. He done canceled all the doggone visits. He didn't want to go to Philly. He didn't want to go to this team. And now word on the street, he want to go to Washington. Like, bro.
Man, sit down somewhere.
Acting like you, Bron. You out here moving like you, Bron. Come on, bro. Go to them workout. Go meet with them teams. I don't know who his agent is and who telling him not to meet with these folks.
And I'm not taking that away from the kid. It ain't like you led your team to a championship.
No, bro, y'all were trash, but he's a good player. Got huge upside. He got huge upside. I would say that. The boy about 6'9", you know, he can defend. He handled the rock. He could put it in the hoop.
And I'm like this. Why Washington?
Thank you, bro. Why?
Why Washington?
Philly's a great spot for him, to be honest, bro. I'm trying to learn from Paul George and them. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go. Hey, everything you know, bro.
Now, if he can go to Philly, then you keep Embiid now.
Yes, and Paul George. And you try to you get this guy here. Maybe midway through the season, he becomes a piece.
A valuable player.
A valuable player. I don't know, man. Yeah, sorry is with why Washington got something going on too, man. Washington been doing some crazy stuff. They done traded Jordan Poole. Washington got some. I don't know what they got going on, but
they send them. Then they got CJ McCollum. Then they send them to
they got CJ McCollum. Yep.
I mean,
I don't know what Washington doing, bro.
I don't know what they're doing. It's nothing against CJ McCollum, but CJ McCollum have more days behind him. You know, his better days are behind him. I don't really see CJ McCollum as the answer for you to carry a team. He's a good bench player at this point, if you ask me. He's a good contributor.
He's a good fourth option to me.
Yes.
Maybe third, but fourth. Now we just talked about the draft briefly. So all this has happened. All this has happened within the past week. You had the Desmond Bain trade to the Magic, Caldwell Pope to the Grizzlies, the KD trade. We talked about that. Drew Holiday last night. Drew Holiday traded to the Blazers. Anthony Simon to the Celtics. I tweeted this out. The Celtics, that was a generational fleece because this is what happened. You got a young Anthony Simons who averaged 20 points a game on a deal where he's not making a whole bunch of money. He got upside. He's playing. He done had his last 2 years with his best seasons, averaging 20 points, shooting 90 from the free throw line, almost 40 from the three-point line. You trade a Drew Holiday, who is 35 years old, on the downside. He only averaged about 10, 11 points a game. He gets injured here and there. You trade him to the Blazers. I don't know what the Blazers doing because
you don't give him.
What are you doing with Drew Holiday? You're not competing for nothing.
You're not, and you're not.
You helping the Celtics.
And I like Drew, but Drew is not going to carry you. You know, once again, he's another one. You know, he's past his prime. You know, great player, great guy, great attitude. But you got finesse. And also, I'm going to take it a further step. Orlando got finesse.
Bro, 5 first-round picks? Man, please.
And then you...
Hey, see-way. And you think about this. We got Luka for 1 first and AD. They traded, they got Desmond Bain, traded Caldwell Pope and Cole Anthony, who are decent players, right? For another third option player in Desmond Bain,
who's probably ain't gonna get you never about 12 to 15 points a game, if that.
They looking for him to average 20. So they looking for him to be a spark, right? This is what Orlando's trying to do. They trying to be, okay, we see with the East, we finna try to get in that top 2, top 3 in the East. You got some good player. Banchero is going to be a perennial all-star. Banchero is great. You got Franz Wagner, who's great. So you got some great front court players. Your back court was lacking. So you go get Desmond Bain. He can shoot the rock. He can play. I mean, he ain't no scrub, but he ain't no damn superstar.
He's not a superstar. And
you don't know, bro. When you trade, you get 5 first-round picks. That's for Giannis. That's for Jokic. That's for guys like that, bro. I mean, why you didn't get Ja? You should have got Ja. Bro, you get Ja for 5 first-round picks, not Desmond Bain.
And I don't get them. I don't get that. That's a Ja Morant trade.
I don't know. Hey, shout out to my boy Ephraim. We not moving on from no LeBron right now. Hold on, bro. Now, pump your brakes, Ephraim. We not moving on from LeBron James. We finna compete, baby. And word on the street, the Lakers trying to get Bam right now. I don't know if Bam is the answer, bro. I don't know if Bam is the answer. I mean, I would like to have him, but what you giving up? That's my issue. I am not giving up Austin Reeves. I'll give up Hachimura. I'll give up Gabe Vincent. You can get Vando, but you're not getting AR.
Yeah.
You're not getting AR. So, I mean, and then it's another trade. Hold on. We got one more that just happened before we came on the air tonight. Now, I don't know what the hell. I know what Boston doing. And this is good for Atlanta because you get Porzingis. It's really low risk, high reward for Atlanta because all you gave up is the number 22nd pick in this draft. And Terrence Mann, who was probably going to be a free agent, you just let him walk. So you got Porzingis, who has been an all-star.
Right.
You know, he's an NBA champion. He's 7 foot something. So you put him out there with Trae Young. You got a good Jalen Johnson. You got Dyson Daniels. You got a good team over there in Atlanta. If everybody can stay healthy, y'all can compete for a top 4-5 seed in the East, especially next season with all those injuries.
Yes, and Porzingis gonna give you defense. We know he's gonna give you defense. He can shoot the 3-pointer. So you really, like you said, low risk, high reward. So that's gonna be an interesting one there.
Yeah. And I don't see Boston. Like the reason I say Boston, it's a tax write-off. They had so much money on the books from building that championship team, paying Drew Holiday $30-some million, Porzingis all that money. You got 2 max players in Brown and Tatum. You paid a lot of money for that roster, for that championship. But when the tax man come calling, bills got to be paid, and
it's time to collect.
You got to get up under that. See, you got to get up under that second apron. So they just did that by trading Holiday last night and Porzingis tonight. You got draft capital. You can make another move, and you got flexibility where, all right, we can go make a big splash. We can go get a Bam. You know what I'm saying? We can go get somebody else because they need a big. Al Horford's a free agent. Porzingis is out of there. You didn't get anything back. So you need a big. Why not go get a Bam? Go get Sabonis. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a big who can put up points and play some defense.
Right.
I would not trade Derek White if I was them.
I wouldn't do it.
But if you want to trade him, call up Rob Pelinka. We might talk. We can talk. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll be a perfect fit in the backcourt with Luka. But you know, a lot been going on, Seaway, and we've been talking about this all night. We done went past an hour, and I love it. Thank y'all for watching us in the chat. Everybody else came in late. Hold on, Nuggets gonna be a problem to get back to the finals. It's gonna be a problem for them to get back to the finals in the West.
Yeah.
I don't see them being no problem, Efron.
No, I don't. Me personally, man, you know, I think that the Nuggets got that championship. It's gonna be hard. I think, I think they might need some revamping as well.
Yeah.
I think they need more of a consistent score outside of Jokic.
I think they might need to move on from Murray.
I think so too.
I think they might need to move. Yeah, I think so.
I think Murray is the person they're gonna have to move on from.
Yeah.
Sad but true.
Yeah, for sure. So, man, we talked about a lot of good stuff tonight, Seaway. Man, a lot of good stuff. We didn't get the big breaking news, but we did get some Kyrie Irving news.
Yeah.
And let me see. Before we go, wait a minute. Let me make sure I ain't missed nothing, Seaway. Hold on, bro. Let's see. But like I mentioned, Jaylen Brown is talks is out there in the streets that Jaylen Brown may be on the move. He may be on the move, y'all. So
Keep
also some words about Bam. So and I'm trying to see what my Lakers gonna do, bro. We haven't made no move. I hope that Rob Pelinka is cooking in silence. And we gonna bust y'all head tomorrow with a big move during the draft. But yeah, that's all we got for y'all, man. Hey, man. Hey, first thing first, we want to say thank y'all for supporting us, man. We want to say thank y'all for supporting Sports Talking with JB as a whole channel on the network. My podcast partner, DJ Seaway, been riding with me. It's going on 3 years now with this right here.
Oh, yeah, 3 years.
Yeah. You came on when we started doing the live shows. I had you on. I said, nah, Seaway, you're going to be the podcast partner. So what we going to do, though, this is what we going to do. We're going to come with a new schedule. When football season starts, probably like the first week of August, we're going to hit y'all. I'm going to post this in probably the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to make a video. We're going to have a new schedule. So we're going to do an Alabama show for all the Alabama fans, exclusively for Alabama. My Black and Gold show, Alabama State exclusive show, is coming back for season 2. And we're going to keep the live shows going. Sports Talking with JB weekly show. We're going to keep that going. And we're going to just be cooking up for y'all all football season long, baby.
Oh, yeah. Iced-T mode, baby.
Yeah, boy. And you never know. We might do the road show. So y'all just got to tap in with us, man. Y'all got to tell y'all here talking about Steph. My boy said he wants Steph in New York. Nick talking about Steph staying in the Bay. He's gonna retire.
Hey, Nick said he's staying in the Bay Area.
Y'all crazy, man. Hey, man. Hey, Steph ain't going nowhere. If Steph would have went somewhere, he would have been in LA right now with Bron.
Yep.
And hey, Nick, let's not forget, y'all was calling for Bron 2 years in a row, trying to get him to come to Golden State. Let's not forget. Y'all was calling for King. He said, "No, bro. Y'all Steph got to come see me."
Yes, sir.
But hey, that's one thing, man. Y'all say what y'all want about LeBron. I ain't talked too much about him tonight. And everybody say KD, KD always asking for trades and all that. LeBron ain't never asked for no trade, bro. LeBron play his contracts out he plays contracts out to the end, and then he move on. That's a total different thing from asking for trades, demanding trades, forcing your way out like other players have done. No shade to Kevin Durant, no shade. But my boy LeBron has not ever asked and forced his way out of a situation. He played through his contracts.
And I will get that much credit about him. He does finish his contracts out.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Now, if you want to say he makes some move behind the scenes and get some mofos up out of there, hey, you got me on that.
Yeah.
But that's what you're supposed to do. You trying to win a championship.
hey, because even Jordan did that, because he said that he ain't gonna play for no other coach but Phil Jackson.
Bro, sometimes you got to get the trash.
Yeah, and
sometimes you got to get the trash about it.
Yeah, you got to.
Hey. So I like that, Nick Bees.
Nah.
Thank you. Nah. Thank you, bro. I like it.
Nah, he the baby goat. He the baby goat. He the baby goat.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all. I don't want to hear that, C-Way. We ain't gonna start that conversation. But it's been a great show tonight, man. It was great going back live. If anything happens, we're gonna probably come back, C-Way, maybe a week or two. Let some of these trades happen. Let some of this free agency start, and then we're gonna talk about it again. And then if anything happens in the football world, because we know we about to cook up football season 2.
Oh, yes, I can't wait. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So y'all, man, subscribe to this channel, man. Hit the like button. I'm your boy JB. That's my partner, DJ Seaway, my podcast partner, my brother.
Yes, sir.
And we are out of here, man. Much love to y'all. See y'all next time, Tuesday night
live.